Trust yourself. Create the kind of self you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. And that's from Golda Meir. The title of this episode is Self-Care, Walking, and Your Well-Being. Now, self-care refers to a set of deliberate and proactive activities and practices that you engage in to promote your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It involves taking intentional steps to care for yourself and maintain a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Now, self-care can encompass a wide range of activities, from basic daily habits to more indulgent practices, all aimed at reducing stress, improving overall health, and enhancing your quality of life. Now, examples of self-care, that includes getting enough sleep, maintaining a balanced diet, engaging in regular physical exercise, which is what I encourage with my Walking for Health and Fitness podcast, my walking programs, my website, my videos. Now, self-care also includes practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques, setting boundaries in relationships, pursuing hobbies and interests, spending quality time with loved ones, seeking professional help when needed, taking breaks to recharge, and managing stress effectively. Specific self-care practices vary from person to person based on individual preferences, needs, and circumstances. The concept of self-care emphasizes the importance of prioritizing one's own well-being to lead a fulfilling and satisfying life. Now, when I talk to people about self-care, some have commented that they feel selfish when they take care of themselves, especially if I'm talking to parents about taking time for themselves. Now, please remember that self-care is done with the intention of caring for yourself, not with the intention to harm or take from others. Being selfish means there's a desire to take from others, often to their detriment. However, self-care is about replenishing your resources without depleting someone else's. The bottom line for me is, if you don't take care of yourself, well, who will? And if you don't take care of yourself, how can you give fully to others? Now, continue listening as I give you reasons to set up your self-care routine and 10 benefits of doing this. Also, I have a new section in the podcast called the Walking Tip of the Week, so listen for that. Now, thanks for tuning in to episode 11, Self-Care, Walking, and Your Well-Being. Please hit the follow button and subscribe to my podcast, and please share it with others so we can spread the word about the awesome benefits of walking for health and fitness. And remember this episode's quote: trust yourself. Create the kind of self you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. Let's begin. Caution, the information contained in this podcast may cause you to feel better than you have ever felt in your entire life. Symptoms include a broader smile, happier disposition, brighter outlook on life, and a general feeling of bliss. Proceed with wild abandon. Hello, I'm Frank Ring, the author of the Amazon bestseller, Walking for Health and Fitness, the easiest way to get in shape and stay in shape. I discovered the healing power of walking after a severe back injury put me out of work for 4 months and literally left me on my back trying to relieve the pain and heal. Through my books, website, YouTube videos, walking programs, and now this podcast, it's my mission to help others achieve a healthy, balanced lifestyle one step at a time through walking. Join me each episode as I discuss the physical and emotional benefits of walking, along with information about fitness, mindset, nutrition, wellness, and more. So join me each week as I encourage you to walk on. So why should you set up a self-care routine? Well, setting up a self-care routine is crucial for maintaining your overall well-being and leading a fulfilling life. In today's fast-paced and often stressful world, taking intentional steps to prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental health, it's essential. A well-structured self-care routine provides you with the tools and strategies to manage stress, build resilience, and enhance your quality of life. Now, firstly, a self-care routine helps to prevent burnout and reduce stress. By dedicating time to self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature, you create a buffer against the negative effects of chronic stress. Regular self care promotes relaxation, reduces cortisol levels, and fosters a sense of calm, enabling you to approach challenges with a clearer mind and an increased focus. Now, second, self care empowers you to maintain better relationships and connect more deeply with others. Now, when you prioritize your own well being, you have more energy and emotional resources to invest in your interactions with loved ones. Engaging in self care activities can boost your self esteem and self confidence, making you more resilient in facing interpersonal conflict and be better equipped to offer support for those around you. And lastly, a self care routine. It contributes to your long term physical health. Engaging in activities like regular exercise, specifically walking, having balanced nutrition, and getting adequate sleep, it not only enhances your physical fitness, but also strengthens your immune system and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Prioritizing self care can also lead to a healthier habits, such as drinking more water, reducing alcohol consumption, and avoiding tobacco products, which together contribute to a longer and more vibrant life. Now, in essence, a self care routine is an investment in your holistic well being, offering benefits that extend beyond immediate stress relief. By nurturing your physical, emotional, and mental health, you can lead a more balanced and fulfilling life, better equipped to navigate challenges and embrace opportunities with a positive and resilient outlook. Now, here are 10 benefits of self care. And let's start with which is the whole point of this Walking for Health and Fitness podcast. And that is this: the number one benefit, enhanced physical health. Prioritizing self care through regular exercise, specifically walking, having a balanced diet, and getting sufficient sleep can lead to improved physical health and increased energy levels and a stronger immune system. Your walking time, it is self care. Now, in episode 8, I talked about habits and routines and how to develop the walking habit. Now, after listening to this episode, go back and listen to that podcast and review how your routines can turn into healthy habits. Now, the number two benefit of self care, stress reduction. Engaging in self care activities such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can help reduce stress levels and promote relaxation. Number three, improved mental health. Self care practices like regular exercise, specifically walking, seeking therapy, or practicing mindfulness can contribute to better mental well being and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Now, when I began walking, the most unexpected benefit for me was how much my mental state cleared. Now, I had just overcome a life altering back injury. I was out of work for 4 months, and I was dealing with grief from the loss of my mom. Now, while I knew that walking would help me get into better physical health, I began to look forward to my walking time because of how I felt mentally and the clarity I achieved in my walks. Now, the number four reason is increased productivity. Taking breaks, managing time effectively, and setting boundaries can help prevent burnout and enhance overall productivity in both your personal and your professional endeavors. Number five, boosted self esteem. Engaging in self care activities that align with your values and interests can boost self esteem and promote a positive self image. The number six reason, better relationships. Practicing self care allows you to better understand and meet your own needs, which can lead to healthier and more fulfilling relationships with others. Number seven, emotional regulation. Developing self awareness and coping strategies through self care can aid in managing emotions and responding to challenging situations in a more balanced manner. Now, again, I go back to when I started walking and how surprised I was at how much it helped my emotional state. I found this to be the ultimate healthcare routine that I needed. And the number eight benefit of self care is to have enhanced cognitive function. Engaging in activities that stimulate your mind, such as reading, puzzles, or learning new skills, can help maintain cognitive function and mental sharpness. Number nine, pain management. Self care techniques such as relaxation exercises, heat therapy, or gentle stretching can help alleviate physical discomfort and manage chronic pain. And number 10, so your long term well being. Consistent self care practices contribute to overall well being, fostering a sense of fulfillment, purpose, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Now, how to start a self-care routine. Well, we know that starting a self-care routine can greatly improve your overall well-being. So here are 5 ways to help you get started. And number 1, assess your needs. Take some time to reflect on your physical, emotional, and mental needs. Identify areas where you feel stressed, tired, or unfulfilled. This self-awareness will guide you and your self-care activities. When I needed to get moving again, this is the first thing I thought about. First, it was my physical for my back. Then gradually, I realized that it was as much for my emotional state than anything else. Number 2, set realistic goals. Start with small, achievable goals that you can incorporate into your daily or weekly routine. Now, whether it's spending 10 minutes meditating, going for a walk, or reading a book, realistic goals make it easier to stick to your routine. For me, my first goal was as a spot, it's a big hill, it's a mile from my house, the top of the hill. I wanted to get to that in a few weeks' time, which I finally was able to do that. So I did accomplish my goal there. That helped having the goal. Create a schedule. Consistency is key to successful self-care routine. Plan specific times for your self-care activities. This can help prevent them from getting overlooked or pushed aside in the midst of a busy schedule. I knew that once I came home from work, the school teacher, I knew that within the hour I wanted to be out of the house and on for my walk. And again, my early walks were like just 10 minutes at a time as I got stronger. So create that schedule for yourself. And number 4, experiment and adapt. Now, not all self-care practices work for everyone. Experiment with different activities to find what resonates with you. Now, it could be journaling, practicing yoga, taking soothing baths, or engaging in creative hobbies. Be open to adapting your routine as your needs evolve. And number 5, and very important, prioritize self-compassion. Now, treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when setbacks and challenges arise. Self-care isn't about perfection. It's about nurturing your well-being. Practice self-compassion and avoid self-criticism if you miss a session or encounter difficulties. Now remember, self-care is a personal journey and your routine should be tailored to what makes you feel rejuvenated and balanced. Start small, be patient with yourself, and gradually build a routine that supports your physical, emotional, and mental health. And here's my new podcast section. It's the fitness tip of the week. And while it's important to warm up before walking, it's even more important to stretch. But stretching should be done at the end of your walk when your muscles are warm and pliable. Now, stretching after your walk will improve your flexibility and range of motion. Now, this is particularly important after a workout when your muscles are warm, as it allows you to safely extend and elongate the muscles that have been contracted during exercise. It reduces soreness. Stretching can help alleviate this soreness by promoting better circulation and the removal of the buildup of lactic acid and other metabolic waste products, which reduce muscle soreness. And number 3, prevent injuries by promoting balanced muscle development. It helps to maintain muscle length and prevent muscles from becoming excessively tight, which can lead to strain or injuries when you engage in physical activities. By committing to a stretching routine, over time, your muscles will feel looser. And the only way I can describe it is that your body will just feel freer. Okay, the more you stretch, especially after walking, like I said, the freer you'll feel. It's a nice feeling. Now, I've just begun working on a new mini course. It's called Stretching for Health and Fitness. Now, in the coming weeks, I'll have more helpful stretching tips, and I'll put up the cover art and the information from this for this product on my Facebook page, Your First Walking Group, it's called. And if you want to go there and take a look at the cover of the product and comment on it, I'd love to hear your feedback. And I'll tell you more about this in upcoming episodes. The link to the Your First Walking Group will be in the show notes. And as this is a podcast about self-care, my Walking for Health and Fitness Complete Walking program will help you make the most of your walking time. In my experience, the physical and emotional benefits of walking is the ultimate in self-care. Now, getting fit and strong has never been easier when you follow along to the exercise videos and design a routine that fits your needs. Also in the show notes, I'll have a link to the program page. Try the Walking for Health and Fitness Complete Walking program risk-free. It's hosted on the Teachable platform, and take your self-care to a whole new level. And in the cool down section of the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast, I always talk about my walking logbook journal. It's available on Amazon.com, and I give you a page from the journal. Each page represents a week of keeping your log of your walking miles. So in this week's insight, staying motivated using a logbook and journal. I am reading from the book. Let's face it, life sometimes gets in the way of our hopes, dreams, goals, and plans. Have you ever thought of giving up on your goals when the challenges you face seem too big to overcome? Our commitment to those goals and dreams are tested often. When roadblocks appear, it seems so easy to just turn back. So how to overcome the roadblocks is to have a goal. It's worth repeating from a previous insight that goals gives us purpose. If you have not set your goal yet, then set one now and get started on the road to successful walking. As Brian Tracy writes, goals allows you to control the direction of change in your favor. Write it down. Add as much information as you need to paint a complete picture of your walking, health, and fitness routine. I'm consistently adding elements to my mileage logbook and adjusting my goals. So fill in your information each day to monitor your progress. It's a great feeling when you look back 6 months from now and see in writing how far you've come as a walker. The journal will keep you honest. Having a blank entry will get you moving. So that was from the Walking Logbook Journal. That was a weekly insight. My Walking Logbook Journal has 52 weekly insights, 52 logbook pages to record your mileage and your time and where you walked. And it has several chapters on the benefits of walking, and there's space for you to journal, to do some writing, okay? Part of self-care. In the show notes, I give away, there's a link there. I give away the first 3 weeks of insights and the first 3 weeks of the logbook pages for you to try out and see how great this book is. So enjoy the benefits of weekly walking insights and of tracking your mileage as a free gift from me for listening to the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast. Again, the link is in the show notes. So let's sum up this episode of the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast with this. Use this episode as a guide to help you develop your self-care routine. Now, I've used my walking time to physically heal from a severe back injury and to help my mindset to overcome the passing of my mom and later on the separation and through the divorce process I'm going through. Taking care of yourself is crucial for you to lead your best life and to help others to reach their best lives. Now, thanks for listening. Please follow and share this episode and come back next week as I share with you my mom's 10 life lessons. Now, I spoke about her life lessons at her funeral, and every year I share them on my Facebook page. And since the anniversary of her passing is coming up later this month, it was only appropriate that I share them on this podcast. And a lot of this self-care information, you'll see it and hear it in the lessons. It's really interesting how that all came together, which I had no idea how it would come together. Anyway, there are some fantastic lessons. I hope you tune in next week. So this is Frank for Walking for Health and Fitness. Walk on. And please give the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast a review. The most helpful place for you to do that is on Apple Podcasts, which you can do even if you aren't using an iPhone. Just log into your iTunes account and leave the show a review. Now, this really helps more people find the show so that they can learn about the benefits of walking and so much more. If you'd like to share the show, you can take a screenshot of this episode you're listening to right now and share it out on your Instagram stories. And when you do, make sure you tag me at Walking for Health and Fitness so I can see you're listening. Sharing your stories is going to help more people find this podcast. Also, share on all your social media. I'll leave my social media links in the episode notes. This is Frank Ring from Walking for Health and Fitness. Thanks again, and walk on.